Hello.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Is fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the go.
Out of his end zone, here's Vic. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One is already points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Griffin trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a chance here to make this a 2-score swing, maybe even take the lead.
It wasn't that long ago in this game. They looked like they were a little bit out of it, didn't they? But how about the safety? Get the ball back. Now a chance to take the lead. They are roaring on offense.
Yeah, you just got to feel it. Fresh juice on their side.
Definitely.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Griffin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Now he's taken down. A cheap sack.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Let's go now.
They're going on fourth down. It's Griffin. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action now, Vick. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
After the interception, here's Griffin.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Griffin. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Here's Michael Vick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Mike's down. It's a loss of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold. Everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Now it's Griffin.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Third and long. It's Griffin. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines.
WSG Kemper.
With our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best.
What's good, Jason?
We follow Legendary Glue.
Quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here we go, here we go. Happy streak, happy streak. Go, check, go.
Off the play fake, Vic. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's Vic following the interception. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To throw, Vic. Gates has it over the middle.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Again, they won't get this off in time.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Okay,
after the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing, Vic. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here we go, Jack. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Vic now. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
But all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now here's Vic. Gates with a grab. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Here's Moss as he'll get it on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Vic to throw it. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson from 6 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you... Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for
the first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Here's Vic. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Mean Joe Green gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Vic readies to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And some space here. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Come on.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now Vick on 4th down. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Does the big boy have the juice? And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Deion Sanders up to make the tackle. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
After the sack on 1st down, Vick, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Vick loses the football. It's out.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They go play action with Jackson. That one complete to Okoye. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Well, there was nothing open down the field, so give him credit for his patience and not forcing it. Showed a lot of confidence in his big man to just swing it out to the fullback, and they got some good yardage out of it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. And Jackson throwing once more. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the open. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And we are underway here in London. Fields this way up at the 17. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Vic goes play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Patterson.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Vic.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ted Hendricks.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ready.
Right back to him on 1st down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Ready, break.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready up.
Vic to throw on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On play action, Vic.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Play action now, Vic. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go now.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. It's a play fake. Now Vic. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he'll be out right at the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And they'll accept that penalty.
Here we go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Michael Vick. He finds his man complete. It's Moss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down. Off the play fake. Vic.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And that flag accepted. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them.
Got ready.
Now a 2nd down throw for Vic. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 9 yards to pick up the first.
Left wing 19.
On 3rd down, Vic. He's got Patterson on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect the offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first... Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run here with Edwards. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
50
Operating from the gun. Vic. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Vic, 3rd and goal. It's Edwards again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Gus Edwards, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taken in at the 3.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week of preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road, don't do anything to bring the crowd into it. And that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
Get it!
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Out of his end zone, here's Vic. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Off the play fake, Vick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
4th down, Vic. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On the ground, it's James. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Richardson to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Richardson will keep it once again.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely to start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On 3rd down, James. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Nothing is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
On the jump.
And Richardson will throw to start out here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing's 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On 4th down, Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Michael Irvin from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here we go, set.
Richardson on 4th down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I'll believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks.
Sir, quarterback, the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway in Foxborough.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break
WSG Kemper at a sleepover RN.
once you slow his momentum, It's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
What's good, Mario?
Here goes Vic on 4th down. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Vic.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll start here with Jackson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Completes it to Watt. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Okay, ready.
On 3rd down, here's Bo. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Cunningham. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Deputy Ranger.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll run the option left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.